Hey boys, welcome back to the final round recap of 2022. It's been a fantastic Supercoach season. We'll go through the final round. I'll probably do another video later this week, maybe early. I'm not sure. Maybe do a live stream. I haven't decided, but I'll go through sort of the good parts and the bad parts of the season as a whole, and sort of, you know, just go over sort of the ups and downs of it. But as you can see, we finished with a bit of a bang. It was a fantastic way to finish the year. 1382. Not the highest scoring, you know, team out there, but you know, top 1%. We had a good week. Pretty strong team all across the park. I wasn't too affected with outs, and we made a couple of, you'll see, I made a couple of risky decisions that sort of paid off, but not really. It was sort of a, yeah, it was the risky ones were just sort of decent scores that didn't burn me, but also didn't really tip me over the edge. But yeah, we jumped back up to 135. We were so close to getting the top 100. But yeah, 135 rank overall. That's, you know, very, very solid. You know, the top 100, it's a nice little milestone, but we got to be happy with that. So yeah, we jumped 105 spots. I think the lowest rank we got was 103. So yeah, we pushed back up there, almost jagged into it. But let's go through for the final time how the team performed. And like I said, we played a couple of risky ones, if I'm being honest. Instead of going with some safer points, we decided to play it a bit risky. But as you can see, Harry Grant killed it, 93. Cameron McInnes, who we did not play, 64. So, you know, he scored pretty well. I you know, at the end of the day, if I played him over a couple of guys, I would have gone better, but it is what it is. Isaiah Papali'i, 61. Joe Tarpany, 59. Very solid. Honestly, Tarpany next year is going to be... Is he going to be straight in? Honestly, yes. I'll dive into that a bit more in sort of the breakdown video, just going over sort of each position and how players finish. But Tarpany, finishing on 581,000. You know, he had obviously that injury affected week. He came back. He wasn't quite getting the minutes. So he's coming at a reduced price for next year, which is very, very tempting. Max King, 67. I mean, geez, he's been very solid all year. We haven't played him pretty much at all the back end here, but if you know, for people that had you know, were struggling for numbers, if you had to play Max King, you would have been laughing, because he scored more than Tarpany and Papali'i, so he killed it. Pole, 44, really solid. The back row of Angus Crichton, 115, killed it. Ola Kawatu, thank God, he scored some points in the final round. He's also going to be coming in at a very, very juicy price next year. And then Dave Fafita, 42. I think he only played... This one was annoying. Fucking Fafita. What did he play? Like 50 minutes? Something like that. He's actually, 59 minutes. His, like, work rate was pretty decent, but against the Warriors, he just, he came back on, I think, in, like, the dying minute for some reason. I guess they were trying to win, but it was like, they were only going to be going for a field goal, so I didn't really understand the point of putting him back. But... yeah, annoying. Like, it's just, it's frustrating, because, like, the times were shit. Why give Fafita a rest? Why did he deserve a rest? Just play him, for fuck's sake. Tamalolo, who we didn't play, only scored the 34 points. He only played the first half, I think. Or he only played, like, 30-odd minutes, I think. I don't think he went back on the field. Yeah, he only played 30 minutes. So that was one of the guys I didn't end up playing. I was tempted, like McInnes, Tamalolo, and a couple other guys were sort of tossing up, but I didn't go with Tamalolo just because I thought I mean, the Panthers pulling out their reserve grade team. The Cowboys are going to flog them. Like, Tamalolo for sure gets reduced minutes, and that ended up happening. Adam Elliott, 56, came back with a decent score here. We didn't play him. Ben Trbojevic, so this was one of the risky plays that I did. It was like, oh my god, he got 47. Thank God. I think he got a nice little line break nearing the end. I think he got a line break assist as well. It looked like he was going to score like 20, 30 points, but he pulled out a couple of attacking stats to get up to 47. You know, it was one of those plays where I was like, you know what? Take the risk. And obviously, if I played Tamalolo, it would have been a shocker. If I played McInnes, McInnes obviously scored more, but it worked out, like I was saying, it wasn't really good or bad. It was just sort of average, the 47, but the potential was there. But I didn't realize it was going to be like terrible conditions as well for attacking footy, but it is what it is. Our halves. The halves killed it in the final round here. Nico Hines, 95 as captain. Daly Cherry Evans, 108. Very nice. Hey, how many people... Is Cherry Evans still pretty pottish? Yeah, he was only in 10% of teams. I don't know how many in the top 1,000, but that was definitely a big point swing there with Cherry Evans getting the ton. Dylan Brown was 73, and Cameron Munster pulling out a 91. Dylan Brown, I mean, it just feels good to get him back. I mean, again, if I just had a bit more, if I just risked it a bit more and went with AJ Brimson, I think, got 90 this week, so I could have, this year, honestly, it's a bit of like what ifs. Like, if I didn't trade Dylan Brown out when I did, I definitely would have been in the top 100. I don't think there's any doubt about that. The points difference from Burden to Brown over those few weeks. Like, Burden had a couple of decent scores when I had him, but Brown just absolutely fucking killed it. So that cost me, but it is what it is. The back five. So this, I mean, a decision was sort of made for us here, and it worked out okay. Val Holmes, 133 with the vice captaincy. Now, this one was I put Val Holmes as vice captain. I didn't even realize that I couldn't actually loop him. So it was somewhat good, somewhat bad that Holmes came off with like 20 minutes to go and didn't score any more points because I couldn't loop him anyway. The only way, I thought maybe if they don't play Tarpany, I thought Tarpany might get rested for that game, but they went with Elliots and Wyden. But if Tarpany got rested, I could have just looped Holmes, got his 133. But obviously Hines still got 95, so it worked out pretty well. Manu with the 42. Obviously, doing his calf in this game, so no good there. Dewey, 57. We'll take it. We'll take it. Isaiah Tass with the 55. Again, solid. Suali'i rested. May rested. So we played our back five, and it worked pretty well. Latrell Mitchell, 45, and Tedesco with the big 96. So, yeah, as you can see, the score was just pretty solid all across the park. There was only McInnes and I guess Max King, but I wouldn't have played Max King over those guys. But McInnes, if I played him over Ben Trbojevic, we'd get a few more points, but it didn't really affect too much at the end of the day. And finishing off on a beauty. I do want to see how did Burden go? I think Burden actually scored a few points in his final round, like maybe 50 odd. Let's have a quick look. Just to I don't know, to see if my decision was even more justified by getting rid of him. He scored 20. Oh my god. Okay, thank I thought he got a I'm stunned. I actually thought he scored a few points in this game, but apparently not. 20 points. Whew. Oh, it felt good. Oh my god, it felt good. So, when did we bring him in? I think we brought him in for we brought him in for the Knights game. I didn't get him for the Rabbitohs or the Titans. Brought him in for the Knights, which was still a juicy matchup. 45 points, meh. It's okay. He got 85 against the Cowboys, but I think Brown even outscored him there. Then he got 23 against the Warriors, which again, like, I still back the decision because Brown had a terrible run to finish the season, and without Moses, Matt Burton was starting to hit some actual form, and he had a juicy ass run. He had Newcastle, Cowboys, and Warriors. Fuck me. But it just let me down, and then he got 48 against Parramatta. And then we traded him out, thank God, because he got 31 and 20. So, yeah, it was a very nice decision to get rid of Matt Burton when we did. Again, it was a mistake to bring him in, but I mean that's Supercoach. You take the risky play sometimes to jump up the ranks, and it didn't quite pay out in that favor. But you know, we brought him back. We brought our boy back, and it went okay. But other than that, there's not too much else to really go through. Like I said, I'm going to go into a more deep dive as player positionings and scoring in another video. But yeah, this is the final round recap. Finishing just outside the top 100, finishing off on a nice score, which is also great. Like, I can't think of anything worse than like going really well for like the whole year, being like in the top K or like close to it, and then the final round you have like a shocker, and it all falls apart. We're back. The dog was deciding to get loud. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, finishing off on like a good score. You know, it feels good. You know, it wraps up the season nicely. If you have like an unlucky round and you have a shocker, it's just a bad taste in the mouth to finish the year. But it all went pretty well for the year. I can't complain too much. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the Supercoach. Like I said, there'll be one more video going over end of season type stuff. Maybe, you know, having a quick look at potential plays next year for affordable pricing, and yeah, that'll wrap it up. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like and comments, and I'll see you in the next one.